Hey, I'm Peter, and I've got great news for you. And to be honest, I'm so compelled to share it because still, as what I can only say is a head scratcher for me is I don't hear our elected representatives or health leaders remind us, besides considering COVID-19 vaccination and practicing social distancing, there's something else that you and I can do for ourselves and for the people that we love and care about to empower us and protect ourselves, and that's to support our immune system. In March of 2020, I had COVID-19. I am recovered from it. I didn't know I had it at the time. It was relatively new. My only symptoms were a slight chill or feverish feelings for one day, and I lost my sense of taste and smell for a week. Now, I did acupuncture and took herbs from an herbalist right afterwards, and I believe that helped my taste and smell return quicker than usual. So I encourage you to do that if you're struggling with those symptoms. But I had COVID-19. My 20-year-old daughter went to college. She got COVID-19, came back home, spent 2 weeks on the couch here with me. I did not catch it again. It was 6 months after I had COVID. So one of the reasons I want to share these stories with you is I want to give you hope and I want to give you encouragement. And very often I don't read about these stories of people that have had it and have survived. Unfortunately, what we read about, and I hope this has happened to you, this has not happened to you and you haven't experienced this, that you've lost a loved one or you've had COVID-19 or a loved one has had COVID-19 and now you're suffering with symptoms afterwards. If that's the case, you have my empathy and you have my support. And what I'm going to share with you can benefit you too and that person in your life. So I strongly believe, because I have supported my immune system, and not because I'm amazing, but just because I want to look and feel good. And it's a byproduct. Supporting my immune system is a byproduct of wanting to look and feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I do what the healthiest people in the world do. And by the way, they're not rich. They don't drive to their fancy gyms and fancy cars. Most of them are poor or live in rural areas, and they live very basic lifestyle that science has shown supports their immune system and protects against COVID-19. Look for that research. It's out there and it's very encouraging. So number one, I eat mostly plant-based. That is organic, seasonal, local fruit and vegetables, mainly supplemented by really good quality animal protein like organic eggs, chicken, pork, lamb, grass-fed beef, wild salmon, and I drink tea every day. One of the teas that I drink, here's my tea box, I have one at home and I have one in the office, is an herb called echinacea in the tea form. I also drink teas that like ginger and turmeric that are anti-inflammatory. By the way, I'm going to give you so much good information in this segment because I just can't help myself. The anti-inflammatory diet, the COVID-19 diet, the type 2 diabetes diet, the cancer diet, the heart disease diet, they're all the same diet. And that's incredibly encouraging, again, because we can just keep it simple. So eat mostly plant-based, supplement with really good quality animal protein, and if you want, eat good quality whole grains in small amounts. Drink your tea. I drink 5 to 7 cups every day of herbal tea, non-caffeinated, because I know when I drink caffeine or if I drink too much, my anxiety level increases and my immune system decreases. And that's a fact, that's factual scientifically, so check that out. So if you're doing those things, just be mindful. There's no judgment about anything I'm sharing with you. I'm just saying be mindful. If you want to look and feel better, you want to be healthier, you want to support your family, try some of these strategies. You might already be doing some, but if you did 4 or 5 or 6 of them, then you're totally building, like my therapist says, an armor around your body and those that you care about. So eating healthy nutrition, right? Keep it simple, and delicious foods. You see me cook some of these foods on my segments here. Move every day. Don't call it exercise. If you hate the word exercise, some people are allergic to the word exercise, call it movement, call it physical activity, call it connection with someone you love. It's literally walking outside of your door. If you can't walk, then wheel yourself or have someone wheel yourself in a wheelchair just to get outside and to move, to do something physical. It doesn't have to be running a marathon unless you want to run a marathon. I myself do 20 minutes a day. Research shows that 20 minutes of simple exercises a day. I use my resistance band. I do squats and lunges. If you can't do those things, send me an email and I'll share strategies and exercises that you can do literally lying down. Isn't that great news? You can do exercise lying down. So Nutrition and exercise supports the immune system, and this is documented scientifically as well. Stress, manage stress. And I just hate that term, that I don't even know why I just said it, because really it's addressing and identifying stress. There are days when I wake up panicked and hopeless and depressed and not being able to see the future, and I know that that's just temporary. And one of the things that I do when that happens is I reach out to my friends, people that I trust, that I can be honest to, I can be vulnerable with, and they're not going to hold it against me. You know, there's some people in our lives that we just can't share some of those very personal insecurities with. So try to surround yourself with those people. I have those people in my life from a 12-step program that I attend as a result of my childhood. So a 12-step program might be appropriate for you. I also see my therapist every week, and he is just an amazing down-to-earth checker. I don't know a better term. Like, I'll tell him something that I'm worried about, and he'll just say, that's one way to look at it, Peter. How about looking at it another way? And that happens often with my children and my finances. And my therapist reminds me of the good things that I'm doing, because my brain automatically, might be like yours, goes and finds the negative, the things I can worry about, or the things I'm not doing enough of, or I compare myself to someone else, and that's not helpful. So stay connected. Nutrition, exercise, stay connected. All of these things support our immune system. The other thing that the healthiest people in the world do to support their immune system is they have a purpose. They are connected to their purpose. Some of them, they're just the baker for the village, and they're baking the bread, or they're carrying the bread, or they're doing the farming for the village. For us that live in different societies, we can have a purpose through our professional careers, or through our roles as parents, or husbands, wives, partners, connections in our religious or spiritual centers like churches and synagogues. They have a purpose, and they stay focused on that purpose, especially when they're feeling stressed. And then that leads right into the other thing that they do to support their immune system, is they have this belief in some type of a higher power. Now, this has always been a challenge for me because of the way that I was raised. But what I'm trying to do is build a relationship with a power that's greater than myself, because I am so tired of just relying on myself for everything. You might feel the same way. That's called willpower, and willpower is no match for dysfunction. No offense, no judgment. Many of us struggle with dysfunction. A lot of it came from childhood, and connecting to a higher power and letting it go to that higher power is a way that I found to just get a few minutes of relaxation, hopefulness, changing my mind state, changing my state, like I shared with you in a recent segment. Okay, so we've got nutrition, we've got exercise, we've got stress, identification of stress, connecting with people that you love, being connected, and spirituality. Then you could supplement that, literally supplement that, by seeing an herbalist, going to an acupuncturist, getting massage therapy, seeing your physical therapist, seeing your chiropractor. And by the way, if you're going to see those people, I always say, make sure that those people are practicing the things that you want to bring in your life, that they're practicing a healthy lifestyle. They don't have to be supermodels or super fit or running marathons, but they should be practicing what they're going to share with you, so that they have experience, real world experience about doing that. Okay, so rewind this. Do people still do that? Do they still rewind stuff? Watch this again, share it with a friend. If something I said resonates with you, share it with me. If you've had an experience with COVID-19 that you want to share with me, whether it has affected you negatively or positive, share it with me. I want to be connected with you, because that's the other way that you and I can support our immune system, by staying connected with like-minded people in authentic relationships like this. Until next time, I'm Peter.